EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. Up.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
Christian's got it through the ball carry
to the 41.
He was taken
The
down
game's
by
first point produces 6 yards. Brings up
it's
second
a pickup
down.
of 6. Brings up second
a quick
and
burst
4
there, and he nicely bit
at the
off
41-yard
decent
line.
game.
Outside. Up.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get another couple yard shot in the field at the 48. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6.
The defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Get set, get set.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. They'll go down the number before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, San Francisco.
Flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking for the Rams. He's got it complete to Kittle.
To George Kittle.
Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
First down.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But they're moving the ball more.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Touchdown, San Francisco. Eddie
Christian McCaffrey with his
point.
4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Makes the score Niners 7.
Pinheiro's extra point
Rams
up and
nothing.
good. And it's
Eddie
now a
Pinheiro set
7-0
to
game.
kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's Adams. They get this one across the 45 before it's
Gain of
brought
12
down.
yards. And the Rams first down.
54.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And when he hits, he releases it. And that'll fall
Intended for
incomplete.
Colby Parkinson.
And the Rams had 2-2 through the first 4
It's
weeks
now
of the
second
season.
and
They
10.
come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is more than capable of turning things around. That's what they play really well here.
9 yards, not quite enough. They'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 9.
Charles,
Brings up
Thursday night
3rd
game.
and 1.
I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's a pool of freshest guys coming up for the last game on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step.
It's a gain of 2.
Early and often.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's taken down. This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Alert! 0. Hey, 70! Look at
Now Stafford. This is intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. So problems with Eric passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Taken down at the 42.
McCaffrey, the 49er ball carrier.
Sometimes as a running back, you got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
That'll be incomplete. Well, took a shot. It's going to bring in 3rd down. You talk about this Rams defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. This is a passing league, so it's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down.
Purdy off the play fake. Multiple plays combined for it. First sack of the game.
9 yards.
How about that one? The
It's
so-called
second
little
down.
guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him on that line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he finally put it in this return. But it goes all the way down to the 37. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
A 6-yard pickup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Williams going to get it on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 line to go on 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
White, get him.
Stafford going to change it up here.
Stay 50. Omaha, ready, move. Tonight.
Going to look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Working in the middle of the field. He's got no complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Defense was thinking running their delta pass of just under 20 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. Looking for a seam finding none. They get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The line of scrimmage.
Nothing on first down,
No
so
gain
the
on the
ball
play.
remains at the 8-yard
to
line, 2nd and goal.
At the 49ers.
They drop this down to Williams. And they get in the end zone. Touchdown. Kyron Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one.
Harrison Beavis on
Now for the point after. It's up and good. We're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. Not by a long stretch over the back line of the end zone. So that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Brings up
Because
2nd
they're still
and
trying to
4.
work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
Pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
3rd down and 13. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40. And that is well shy of the first down mark
at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Here we go with McCaffrey. Nifty juke there. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield. And down to the 43. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
San Francisco.
Play action. Now Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. Purdy, the completion results there in 9 yards.
Kittle.
And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and a yard.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 35, here's second and a yard. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, 49ers.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And out of bounds right around the 20.
The ball carrier.
63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
At the 20-yard line.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Get set. Get set.
Here's Purdy. That's complete out left to Riley. Purdy's able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And the 49ers
6 yards the pick up, and that's a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
Makes the
And that makes the score 14-7.
Rams 7. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly what we practice. A 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Just a little more animated.
Pass complete there in the corner. Midfield just a yard or two short of 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Stafford to the right side and complete to Atwell. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
10 more yards.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards.
To Atwell.
And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 33-yard line.
Stafford throwing quickly. Complete out wide. Touchdown! His fourth touchdown of the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tap it out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let the return back ties the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 49ers now use the first of their timeouts.
First down,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And is man on the outside. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Get set, get set.
Purdy from the gun. He takes a shot for a release as this will be incomplete.
At least on this drive,
he was defended by Christian
this passing game, it has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to 20 feet to Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up the third down.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shot a nice tackle on that play. And they'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 12.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw, Purdy. That's and timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple.
And he'll get it. He's over for a touchdown. Brock Purdy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Lining up for the extra
now
point.
to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that will make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Niners 21, Rams 14. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Ready.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Middle, middle, middle.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they're called a timeout.
Omaha, ready, blue. Big 20. 280. Ready, hot.
A final shot before break. Stanford. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty well, because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Lady!
Here's Stanford. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for 2-2
Once in my life, I'll be succinct.
Incomplete.
In a one-possession game,
Jair Brown
every single
on
stop
the
like
coverage.
that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford. He throws there, incomplete.
Intended for
So many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes the Rams punter now.
Formation for the
And
Rams.
surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17
Christian
yards.
McCaffrey on the
The
return.
Niners will go on
The
offense.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
You're able to be a switch.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't
It's
slow
a
these
gain of
guys down.
32.
They've got to figure
And
out
the
a way
49ers
to disrupt these
first down.
offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Purdy. That's out wide here for Robinson.
Purdy's pass
Bounds right around the
Brian
trim.
Robinson.
All defense is worried that whenever
20-yard
anyone
line.
catches the ball,
4
has a head of
yards
steam
on
come
the
out the
pickup.
backfield, it could
Second
turn into a
and
big
6.
play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Across the chest. Touchdown,
San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Eddie
Pinheiro
Pinheiro
now to add
lining
the
up
extra
for the
point.
extra point.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field position. They didn't get that done. This time they just came together a nice job. They helped themselves
down at the 43-yard line.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Set.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
40 got. 40 got.
Now it's Stafford.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Pass taken over. The ball has been tied in. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 17 yards.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
First down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Timeout's inside. He's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
39-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Set. 180. 20 hot.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
That's another.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense,
First
find the
and 10
holes
at
where
the
guys are
22-yard
available
line.
and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Set. 280. Hey, 22.
Now we'll give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brought down at the
It's not time to
18-yard
get them
line.
established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
It's Williams on the catch. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
13
It's all pretty
yards on the
simple
play.
sometimes, isn't it?
And
Go
the
where the
Rams,
defenders are
first
not,
down.
and he does exactly that.
First
Makes a
and
nice
goal
catch
at
to
the
move the
5-yard
chains.
line.
Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Yo, 20. Omaha, ready, move. We're going to do it.
Up the middle, it's Williams. He's got a 10-plus lane for the Rams touchdown. Calvin Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams of this third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Talk about a chip shot.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Blue 60!
Williams again. Well, he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
A loss of 2 on the play.
A lot of tired
It's
bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Blue 50!
Throwing to Stafford. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And this is He's got a touchdown. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They'll try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back with a touchdown at 28-21.
Niners 28, Rams 21.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 30 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
Now Purdy. Will get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Christian
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Space on the stop.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Second and 9.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, you're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the ball.
He's able to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Connects with Kittle underneath. Inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Complete to George
18
Kittle.
yards there, down to the 18 on the first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry.
Gain of 3, second down.
At the 16.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps running on his defense right now.
Brings up
Backed
second
up in the
and
red
7.
zone. Another touchdown. It's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And here's play number 7 on this
It's a gain of
got
7.
7 yards.
Brings up third and
The
inches.
battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches. Purdy on a sneak.
Quarterback
He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
brought him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because
at
right
the
now,
4-yard line.
I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Get set. Get set.
McCaffrey. Oh, he's going to absolutely no yards. He is hit behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got a touchdown for the Eagles. Jordan Watkins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners would like to make it back to the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Score, Niners 35.
Extra point
Rams
up and good.
21.
And the lead now up to 14.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Set. White 7. 0.
Now Stanford. He's got it. That's complete. And he'll be taken down before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 18.
One timeout at their disposal. But more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Stafford now to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And knocks the ball away. It falls incomplete.
Incomplete on the jump
Well,
ball.
it's probably going to take a miracle
Bernardo
at this
Green
stage.
on the
If
coverage.
they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Big 20. 32. Omaha. Ready, blue. Tonight.
Throwing again is Stafford.
Intended
That
for
means it's just
Puka
one
Nacua.
last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a
Results
touchdown,
in a
or this
fourth
game's
down.
over.
Fourth down. 10 yards to go.
Set. Blue 80. 53.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the lead. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for San Francisco, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Cam Little after the opening kick. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action in this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. His first opportunity in the game winds up incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. It's a give to Hunt. He's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
The ball carrier.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Gets it to Russ. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop and playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job.
His effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Buying some time right. Going towards running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is when you're out in the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
Third down, it's Mahomes. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Look at that power, deep left side. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs switch up to a 7-0 lead.
7, Jaguars nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. This run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
He's carrying it with his facial two. First down. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Lawrence working from the gun. Completed over the middle. this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big hot runs. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Back to the line they go on second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Go again here with 2. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every whole home run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
This is contact field by Allen. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game.
That's good.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
He's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And he gets left on 6 before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
Second down, give to 2. It's inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody? For the play column, for the O-lineman, for the offense. It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Little takes on an extra point. And the Jaguars start off well, tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll stop him here right before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a game of 12 on that one. It's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
That's good.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
He put everything he had into this one. Big game downfield. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs break the tie here in the first. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
That's a good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
His kick is good.
One splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Think right. Ram, 23.
To throw. Here's Lawrence. Pick up to the 41. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a pocket. Go get a completion or the premium in this league.
He'll go down, I'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, like we just saw right there, just got to run the drives.
No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
It's a gain of 8.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and costing that first down marker.
Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown. The Jaguars can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead.
For the extra point.
Little able to connect here on the point after. And the Jaguars tie things up at 14.
Cam Little to kick off.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Cam Little to kick off.
Cam Little after the opening kick. Monday Night Prime Time is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. His first pass falls incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You want to throw it into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Sean Smith. Second down, line produces 7 before they bring him down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Hey, Ripley! Yellow, yellow! Hey, Ripley! Attack! Hey, Sunday! Right side!
Mahomes here from the gun on 3rd down. He's going deep! This is inside the 15! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs switch up back to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing. Harrison Butker
on now to kick this one away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. This will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, route.
One's going to throw straight away here. Fleets into his back. LeQuint Allen. He's going to get a few here. Brought down at the 33-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. Sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusted running back in the middle of the field. You can depend on.
He's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
Take right open.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. We made a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory. But that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball. Put it in one's way.
It's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out.
It's a gain of
14 yards on that one. And the Jaguars have a 1st down. Like the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25.
23.
1st down throw, Lawrence.
Because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line. And after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown.
right, let's go. 30 left. Hey, Soko, so hot.
In the red zone on first. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week. Continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Back to the air, Lawrence. And he will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish out their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep. They certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it would be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves it can stop the game.
This one leaked down to the right, but it hits the upright and bounces through. And the Jaguars respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
My side.
Trying things up the gut. And he managed 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
He's brought down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. They want more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. He's out to clear. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming to the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up there. I get to play with some of the best in the world. Close to close to the I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
15 more yards.
15 there. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 15. First down, Kansas City.
Inside the red zone. Jaguars are there. He's held down. Working quickly here. That's at the line, but they won't snap it. We got a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16.
Yellow. 43.
Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the next game has been a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Dangerous escape. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Yellow. 180.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas
They'll
City.
try and punch it in. And he won't challenge the goal line to stop waiting at the floor. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
So here we talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations, too.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chiefs break the tie here in the 1st. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop them either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes? No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes, and they want to run it right down their throat.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Hey, go!
Gets it from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops me from your gain on that 1st down play.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Red on red. Turn, this is hot.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They start out 2nd and 10.
Hey, go!
From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Go, let's go!
Throwing his Lawrence on 3rd down. That's away for the pass rush. As he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Incomplete.
The Jaguars in a punt formation.
On to punt for
Logan
the
Cook,
Jaguars.
the one to kick it away. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. He gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. That's his back for Sean Smith. He's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time he was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's a threat. As well.
And he's going to have this up and across midfield, Connor, to the 48.
It's a
Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Yellow!
Hand off to the back. Still going inside the 35. Now going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. This play goes for 36. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
That's another
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching great forward.
Good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Give it to him again. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
He's got it. It's in close. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Gain of 3.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Yellow!
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown. The Chiefs take a 13-point lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak.
His kick is
right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Jaguars 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Got it. Ready?
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. On play action now, Lawrence. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time just simply not taking a loss is a good deal for the offense.
Well, that's not what the offense started with. They're sticking for a loss. It's going to be third down.
A loss of 1.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Lines this one up, looking deep to the right side. He lays out for it and makes the catch.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. And he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to make the big play.
He's brought down by the electric effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
Second and goal.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Another snap from the 8 here. It's second and goal.
All right, let's go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
A loss on the play.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Lawrence on third and goal. Has him on the quick hit. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Took some effort, took some rallying to the ball late, but they got him down before he could move the chains. I expect there a little sense of relief on that defensive sidelines. If that play didn't hurt them even more. Goal to go, and to come away with nothing. Zip, zilch, nothing. It's not all on him for missing the kick. He could shoulder the blame with the 11 other guys who couldn't find the end zone on first, second, or even third and goal.
Yellow. Oi! Isaac!
Handoff running left. Here's Hunt. This is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play.
12 yards.
And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
43!
First down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And he can't escape. It's a set on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Yellow, yellow! Isaac!
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Ooh, a little bit of big gainer. They connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Yellow! Isaac!
Running back gets the handoff. And rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
The tackle made at the
The Jaguars are
36
going to
yard
call their first time
line.
out.
A 10-yard gain.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Chiefs looking to front on fourth down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Hey!
He'll throw it. Completed over the middle. It's an excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. on with a return here. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Red on red. Hey, Soko's a hutch.
Lawrence working from the gun. Soko's ball. He gives this one out to the 40-yard line. He goes to the hurry up here.
Gain of 11. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
11.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Deep to the left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired out there on 1st down. Just couldn't make the connection.
As that pass falls to the ground, you can kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these. Really break up the scoring rate. They just haven't been able to do so far.
He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Jaguars first down.
Sink right.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Lawrence to throw it. He doesn't hold it up there into the drop in. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, go. Silver.
Now it's Lawrence. That's completed right side. He's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. The catch does get him to the 39-yard line.
17 yards on the
Let's
play.
see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Hey, go. Son, there's 13, Lou. Go, let's go.
Third and long, they're going to throw it. Complete for Brock. And he's going to be brought down to the 23-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Hey,
1st and 10
go.
at the 23-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone.
Makes it 2nd and 10
Just can't
at
finish
the
the play.
23-yard line.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Stops him after a solid game.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All right, let's go.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Hey, so
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Forced out to his right. He brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. On his middle for the extra point. Wow, Brock, this one is no good. He's been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he sure be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Completed to his running back. He's hauled down right at the midfield stretch. He picks up 15 on the first down.
That's good for a
From a great throw
Kansas City
to a nice drop
Chiefs.
catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like
10 at
about
the
that amazing
50-yard
play.
line.
On first down, they'll run. It's off Wayne, hit it quick, call out a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, it doesn't matter first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. The play fake, it's Mahomes. This is inside the 15. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
43! 43!
Right up the gut. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now.
28. Jaguars 13. Harrison Butker to kick off for
Butker
Kansas
on
City.
now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. And bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Go, go! Hey, Lion! Hey, Ginger, Silver!
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Escapes from the big Jones. He will try to make something happen. After one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Take right open. Ribs! Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, someone slipped in. It's intercepted. Picked up. Here's Williams. And the Chiefs are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Second and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it up.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively. Right? You can play conservative, try to get to a manageable third down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. So this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
A give now from the gun. And he's going to take this to the 23. The stop made to set up third and very short.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. Nothing is giving them a chance to start things out. They're even short.
That goes for a gain of just one. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Kansas City
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused, executing the play in front of them.
And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
It's one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Screen here for Smith. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game you come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Yellow!
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this.
Yellow!
Mahomes to throw for it. He's got Brown. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
15 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal, Kansas City.
Here's the run back on the handoff. And the defense holds him at the 2, but he can't get beyond the line, so a couple yards short of that end zone.
No gain on the play. Leads to second
Again.
and goal.
This is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
Richard
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8 on the 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
The play clock down to just 2 seconds, but we get a timeout call. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Yellow. On the line, right. Hey, 57 color. Attack. Hey, 15. Buzzer.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
And they're really trying to pile it on here. The offense staying out there on 4th and goal.
Yellow. 15. On the line, 80. Hey, rip list. Buzzer.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. That one connects. He's not going to get there. Doesn't make the end zone. That's short. They're going to turn it over as 4th and goal fails. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. In the end zone, Lawrence. It's his running back. He has up to the 9-yard line before going down.
8 yards.
That's his set. This is 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 9-yard line.
Inside give here for Newton. He has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Red on red.
Lawrence looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. Nothing doing after the catch. A good gain on it. They're down to the 35.
That's another.
Hey, kill.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Complete to the right side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
Completed over the middle. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, I'm gun. Phil.
Back to the air, Lawrence. Looking out, runs the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Hey.
And again, here's Lawrence. All around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you're going to be more interceptions.
Lines down, rolling right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Ralph, on this side. 11, again.
There he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And there's that excellently. This is down to the 18. Jazz working fast here, trying to get back to the line. An early jump for the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
At the 18-yard line.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Lawrence working from the gun. Mills caught. Because he stopped after a 4-yard gain, so that forced the flag means 2nd and 1.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the Chiefs' 9-yard line.
Take right open. Here we go.
2nd down, looking for options. Just out to his right. And that's probably their last guess. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson.
You know, before this drive started, the field goal was not going to be good enough. But down at the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus. And those defenders, they influenced that throw. And even more so, took it away.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow. What's that?
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Hey, you could just feel it, right off the snap. You just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
11. Red on red. Hey, tomato. Here we go.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. First down after a gain of 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Hits him on the out. These guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
It's a gain
Coming to
of
the line
20.
for another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Jaguars. First down.
In the red zone now. He's out on the check down. And he's getting inside the 15 before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, it's going to make a play.
He'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
And the
Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. You go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation.
Rip. Alert.
Lawrence in the sneak. And he only manages one of the defenders there to bring him down.
Brought down just shy of the goal
timeout
line.
taken by Jacksonville.
It's a gain of a
2nd.
yard. Brings up
And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Hey.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Makes the catch. And he's brought down at the line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
3rd and goal.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Hey.
Looking to throw it. On the move, hit it right. Trying to get away from the pressure. And they drop it. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.